And we begin tonight with a report from the 12 News I-Team surrounding the installation of fiber optic internet in neighborhoods across the valley. As more cities and towns continue construction on the high-speed network, we're hearing from more people in the East Valley who say it simply isn't worth the headaches that it's caused them. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine. Mark Curtis has the night off. Tonight, the I-Team's Bianca Bono visits a single mom in Gilbert whose sewer line was destroyed in construction months ago and is still dealing with the consequences.
Come inside.
Her Gilbert home has always made Tamara Heideman feel proud. But since August, stepping in her front door brings this single mom of 3 to tears.
It's where your kids come and you come after a long day of working, of being out in the world to have peace, and it wasn't peaceful.
For the past 7 months, her home has become a construction zone after it was flooded with sewage water.
I still have memories of chocolate brown water.
She was at work when her daughter made the discovery.
She smelled a foul smell and she said, "Mom, something's happening in Grandma's room." I went in there and it's covered in water.
She rushed home to find the downstairs bedroom, bathrooms, and pantry all flooded. Her sewer line had been destroyed.
It was all flooded with sewer chocolate water.
She called a plumber, then learned the truth. An excavation company working in her neighborhood came over and said,
"We were in this house a few days ago and we probably broke it."
The company was subcontracting for Tilson, which is installing a fiber optic network in her neighborhood, all for AT&T to offer higher speed internet, a project Heideman didn't ask for but was greenlit by the town of Gilbert. Records show the town could make more than $7.9 million over the course of the 20-year lease agreement with Gigapower.
It disrupted our lives tremendously.
Heideman and her family left town while a disaster company worked to clean up the mess and stop the leak. Her home was torn apart in the process.
This happened in August when it was super hot, and I have 2 areas of my house covered in plastics and with zippers, so the temperature in my house is like 100 degrees in some areas.
Then an uphill battle with the insurance company.
You're being treated like it's almost my fault.
In the meantime, it happened again.
It's going to be tens of thousands of dollars that we end up losing unless somebody reimburses us.
In late October, Nicole Flood's Gilbert home was also flooded with sewage after her line was also struck. Just last month, the fixed line broke again.
The good news is we weren't renovated yet, so it wasn't as bad, but still pretty bad to have sewage on your ground again.
Gilbert's making money hand over fist on this whole thing, and yet homeowners don't have the right of way to their own property.
And they're not alone.
It's not okay.
From damaged driveways,
I kind of did a little trip right on this spot,
to a sideswiped car, residents have shared nightmare after nightmare, all stemming from the fiber optic construction. In December, we brought those concerns to Gilbert Councilmember Young Kaprowski.
ultimately the responsibility is with the fiber contractor and their contractor, but we do try to mediate whenever possible.
Heideman says she's heard nothing from the town.
They are our elected officials. I'm your resident. I'm your Gilbert resident from 2011. Where are you? Where were you, when this happened? You cannot not care. You have been elected to care.
She finally settled with insurance in late November and is now, step by step, trying to find time to put her home back together.
We come home every day to our destroyed home, hoping that maybe tomorrow will be the day that we get drywall. I have a daughter that's turning 18 in April, and she's like, "Am I going to be able to have a birthday party and invite my friends?"
As Heideman seeks accountability from AT&T, Tilson, and the town of Gilbert,
this is bigger than just me.
She says AT&T sales reps have come to her home to sell her on their new internet, showing the project has continued while her family's lives have been put on hold.
There's just been so many of us that have been affected by this.
And we have received statements from all parties involved. First up, the town of Gilbert, who says in part, upon becoming aware of resident concerns regarding the quality of restoration work in public utility easements and damages to private property, the town immediately contacted Gigapower and Tilson and asked them to follow up with residents to resolve this civil matter. Gigapower tells us on those infrequent occasions when there are build impacts, we believe the key to resolution is good communication, and we encourage encourage homeowners to reach out immediately to Tilson or Gigapower. And finally, Tilson said in part, Tilson only works with licensed and bonded subcontractors, and we address any construction issues that arise as soon as we are informed of them. We work hard to maintain an open line of communication with residents throughout the construction process to make sure residents can reach out directly if something happens so we can address it. You can read their full statements on our website. There you can also find contact information for all three of those entities so you can reach out if you've experienced any issues. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you for that.